Mr. Burgger, do you want to come up to the podium? This is in the matter of Jennifer Marie Burgger versus Ronald DeWitt Burgger, file number 23-51097 DM. Let's see. Mr. Burgger, this is your third, I think, show cause in this case. Looks like your rearage today is $1,546.60. You have a monthly charge of $200 a month. Looks like we did receive our last payment on March 17 of 2025 in the amount of $126.75. So we have an income withholding through Walmart. Are you still working there?
I've been there over a year.
Okay, so where are you working?
I work for Christ-Centered Homes.
Christ-Centered Homes?
Yes.
Is that a construction company?
No, it's a adult foster care.
Okay, did you let front of the court know when you changed employment?
I wasn't aware I needed to, sorry.
That's how we find out where you are and we can get child support from you. You understand that?
I think my social security number.
Oh, no. All right, so you're working at Christ-Centered Homes and all right, and that's local here in Adrian?
Tecumseh.
In Tecumseh?
Yes.
Okay, and how many hours a week are you working?
Or 40.
40 hours a week? And all this time you didn't think to pay your child support?
I've only been there for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Burgger, is have you go, do you want him to go down to front of the court and give his employment information and any change of address?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, we can always initiate it, but if he has an updated address or any other information, he can do that.
Great. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Burgger, is adjourn this out to June 16, just to make sure we got that in place. All right.
Yes.
And before you leave today, I'd like you to go down to front of the court and make sure your address is correct and that they have your employment information. Just go that front window down there. All right.
That's fine.
Okay, and so remember, you're supposed to pay $200 a month. So until it starts coming out of your paycheck, do you get paid every week?
No, I'm every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? So until, like, check your paycheck. If it didn't come out of your paycheck, pay $100 online or here in person, okay? Until it starts coming out. All right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we'll see you back on June 16th. You're all set. Thank you.
I'll get a letter in the mail as well.
You'll get a letter in the mail. Yeah, just go down to front of the court, give them your make sure your address is updated and your employer information. Thank you. Okay. What's your name?
James Chandler.
Say it again.
Chandler. CHANDLER.
All right. Mr. Chandler, you want to come on up? Yep. All right, this is in the matter of Megan McGuire versus James Chandler on number 23-50614 DP. So, Mr. Chandler, you're ordered to pay $258 a month in child support. As of today's date, you have an arrearage of $3,088.87. Looks like this might be a second show cause. So the last payment we received was $807 back on December 9th of 2024. And we haven't had any voluntary payments since October of 24. So, Mr. Chandler, are you currently employed?
Yes.
Where are you working at?
Brenda's. Right now it's minimum wage. We didn't really know how much was gonna get paid, and it was just paper checks. Didn't really have any numbers or anything on it, and they just started doing direct deposit. And usually you guys pull out, you know, whenever I work somewhere, normally I get garnished, you know, and so I had a couple questions, and I am also trying to currently look for a better job.
Okay, so hold on. we're gonna stop. So you're working at Brenda's,
Yes.
Little Texas?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you getting a paycheck?
I was. We were mainly getting paychecks, and I think like the best, like 2 checks I want to say was deposit. And like most of the checks that, like the most I ever got was under 300, and I may be getting like the last check was 133, you know, and so it's been
Okay,
kind of.
so Mr. Chandler, all right, so when you get a paycheck and no money is paid out of that to go to your child support, you gotta make that payment. You can't wait for us to find you,
Right.
right? Because I mean, we will find you eventually, but now you've got an arrearage, right? Did we get his income tax? Did we have an income tax
Yeah.
intercept? Yep.
Yes, actually, I have.
Not this year, Your Honor.
No, not this year. I'm sorry.
The last
do
payment
have a
that he
note.
made was involuntary from last year.
Yep.
Yep, where the taxes was taken out, and it says here,
Okay, so, all right, so do you have any money to pay today?
I'm supposed to get paid today, and it's like for 1 day that we worked because they didn't tell us that we're
Have you
gonna.
gone to Michigan Works? Have you gone anywhere? Factories?
I've been trying to apply for those places, and some factories here, some of them don't allow you to come back, you know, or you have to wait for a few years. And I actually been looking at Ohio, which I don't really want to work in Ohio. You know, I'm trying to stay here in Michigan. And I did just get a new job endeavor. Somebody's telling me yesterday they're gonna talk to their manager who needs work, and it's much higher paying. I'll be
Where's
able
that
to. In Dundee, so
Okay.
possibly. And I did want to bring up the fact that I've been talking to the parent to my child. And I've been trying to get her to get social security number or her birth certificate. She's not been working with me
Okay,
whatsoever.
we're not here for that today.
Okay,
So the only thing we're here on is you not paying child support.
okay,
So if there's other issues, you have to go through the front of the court.
okay, and
Okay, so you're working at Brenda's,
yes,
okay, and you're looking for another job.
yes,
All right, so you have an arrearage of $3,088. Do you understand as that adds up, you can be charged with a felony?
right, yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately. I'm trying to, I need to get her credentials so I can also put her on my taxes, so most of this can get paid off. And I was trying to
Well-
tell her mom that,
well, her mother is a primary caregiver, then she gets to claim her on the taxes.
right, which she doesn't do her taxes, because she owes money to
Okay,
whatever, she hasn't been paying
that's
taxes.
not here today. So, all right, and you're gonna make a payment this week. How much you gonna pay?
I haven't seen how much we got paid just yet, but I can make any type of payment that I can do.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this out to June 16th. I'd like you to pay $50 by Friday. And, you know, you're supposed to pay $300 a month. If your employment situation has changed, you need to petition
Okay,
for an FOC hearing or an financial intake.
okay.
Maybe get it reduced. You can go down in front of the court and get that paperwork.
I actually did get the paperwork, and then they referred me to go to another building to get like a type of form to prove that I'm the father on there. And then they told me that I shouldn't probably get the petition until I get her birth certificate to prove that I'm her father, to be able to make.
You
some
don't need to
changes.
prove it. We've already proved it. We got it in front of the court case.
Okay, right.
Your Honor, I saw no
I'll-
recent
I'll-
contact from him, so I'm not sure what he's referring to. He can
He's
go on
talking about-
Indeed. He can go on Indeed.com. There's jobs everywhere, Your Honor.
Yeah,
No,
I have
yeah.
been.
So listen, Mr. Chandler, you have a paternity case, which means that we went through the court system and we determined you are the biological father of this child. If you
Okay.
need something proving that, you need to get a copy of the judgment of paternity and support, which you can get across the hall, okay? And so, yeah, so we're gonna be back here on June 16, and I wanna see that you have full-time employment. Okay, and you're working at Brenda's and you're getting a paycheck? They're taking
They're
taxes
doing
out?
direct deposit recently now, so.
Okay, so we will
They're doing
send
that.
something to them and anything else you need to go through the courts and file the paperwork. But if you need something showing you're the biological father, go to our clerk's office and say you need a copy of the judgment of paternity. They charge you like $1 a page.
Okay.
Okay?
Is there any way that I can try to have the mother of my child to get the birth certificate or social security?
So
She doesn't have it at all either. It just doesn't exist.
Then
I
go
went to the
ask,
Social
you can
Security
ask for
office.
it. You need to get a copy of the judgment of paternity, and then you can take that over to get a copy of the birth certificate. Because you have an order in this file saying that you're the biological father.
Right.
So I guess get a copy of that and then go to the office across the street where they have birth certificates.
Okay. I mean, I'd done that and we went to the clerk's office in Washtenaw. and we
Where
went
was
to
the baby
hospital.
born?
In St. Joe's.
Oh, so get a copy of the judgment of paternity and sport. You gotta get it out of Washtenaw.
Okay, and we did. We went to the clerk office and they said that the hospital didn't relay information, so we went there. And the hospital said that somebody didn't relay information to the clerk's office, so it just kind of put me in this loophole. And then the lady's like at the, on the building about 2 buildings over, she said to ask the mom to work with you, but she
Okay,
does not.
we're only here on child support, so you can petition for a referee hearing to try to deal with all those things. But I think you probably start by getting a judgment of paternity and support. Okay, and they have that across the hall.
Okay.
Okay, so June 16th, and you're gonna have full-time employment, right?
Yeah, that's what, yes.
All right.
Or 2 jobs or something, so.
Okay.
I have been applying for many jobs,
Okay,
so.
all right, you're all set.
I'm sending-
Thank you.
checking on emails and
Yep.
everything, so.
All right,
I'm gonna
thank
be
you.
active. So make a payment, Friday,
Yes,
$50.
every week I want you to make a payment.
June 16th.
Yep.
Either be here or Zoom.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, and I can talk to Jacob, I think is my case.
Mr. Vasquez, yes.
Yes, okay, talk to him to let him know if it's Zoom or not. I try to get a hold of him. but-
He had-
It
he has
doesn't
Zoom
matter.
He has
Okay.
Zoom information I sent him with the initial show cause in March, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. All
Okay.
right, thank you,
All
Mr.
right, thank
Chandler.
you.
Good luck. Okay, what's your name?
Erica Miller.
What was your last name?
Miller.
Still Miller? Okay.
She said 8:30, Judge.
Okay. Okay. What are you here for?
Christine Ratliff, 8:30.
All right, Mr. Spesser, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is in the matter of, let me find it. Lisa Tarver, so let me make sure I don't have her. Versus Joseph Paul Spesser, file number 2007-32101DS. So this is a show cause for failure to pay child support. This is at least a second one. Mr. Spesser, what are you currently incarcerated on?
I believe it's failure to pay, failure to appear, failure to pay.
Oh, so it's this? Okay.
No, I don't think so. I had court with Schneider the day after Easter.
Oh, okay, okay. So, I'm looking, all right. Did you already see Judge Shadler or no?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and what did you get sentenced?
Yes, she gave me 93 days.
Okay, all right, so Mr. Spesser, we're here on a failure to pay child support. States here you have an arrearage of $6,766.19. Looks like we made some payments back in 23 and in June of 24, and we've not had any payments since then. So, Mr. Spesser, do you understand the maximum penalty if you were to plead guilty or be found guilty of this violation could be up to 90 days in jail? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Spesser, Your arrearage, like I said, as of today, actually is $7,372, which is getting close to the felony child support level. So, Mr. Spesser, you have the right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. We can't afford to hire one. We can appoint you one at public expense. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
I thought I already had one, but yes, ma'am, I would.
Okay. Ms. Underwood, do you want to talk to Mr. Spesser?
Okay, yes,
You heard he's serving 90 days for district court, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Rhonda, you heard that?
mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, I just want to make sure, and he's in jail soon too. All right, go ahead and join that breakout room. All right, and let's see. Jasmine Sarabia, can you hear me? All right, this is in the matter of Jasmine Sarabia versus Brandon Blevins, file number 2019-46782DP. Ms. Sarabia is joining us from the Lenawee County Jail. So, Ms. Sarabia, it states here you're ordered to pay $267 a month in child support. This is, I think, your fourth or fifth show cause for failure to pay child support. Your arrearage is $4,176.97. And what are you currently in jail on, Ms. Sarabia?
I'm in jail on a R&O and possession charge from 2020.
Okay, have you already been sentenced on those?
Yes.
Okay, and what was your sentence?
Basically, he wanted to let me out on a PR bond last week, but I told him I had to hold him for the child support.
Okay, all right. So, Ms. Sarabia, the maximum penalty for this offense, if you were to plead guilty or be found guilty, could be up to 90 days in jail. You do have a right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire one, we can appoint someone to represent you. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And I'm gonna need you to scoot up a little bit. The sound in that room is just awful and I apologize. So, it's really hard to hear. So hold on. All right, there's Mr. Spesser. All right, Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed with Mr. Spesser?
Your Honor, under Mr. Spesser's current circumstances, I believe he wishes to take a plea today.
Mr. Spesser, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Spesser, thank you. You can put your hand down. And do you understand that it's a crime to fail to pay child support to the very best of your ability up to the amount ordered?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you plead guilty to this offense, I could sentence you to jail to up to 90 days?
Yes, ma'am.
You're entitled to have a trial and you cannot be convicted unless the evidence at your trial proves that you are guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. You're entitled to have an attorney and I appointed Ms. Underwood to represent you. Are you satisfied with Ms. Underwood as your attorney and the advice that she has given you?
At the moment, yes, I do.
Okay, good. You're entitled to have all the witnesses against you appear at your hearing and you would have the right to question those witnesses while they're under oath at your trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're also entitled to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at your trial on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have to say anything at your trial, and if you do not testify or say anything, nothing will be held against you. And in fact, no one will even mention your silence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
On the other hand, do you understand that you are entitled to testify at your trial if you want to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, how do you plead to the charge that you have failed to pay child support to the very best of your ability up to the amount ordered? Guilty or not guilty? Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Guilty or not guilty?
I believe Ms. Underwood said we're pleading guilty. Is that correct?
If that's what you continue to want to do, Mr. Spesser.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, all right, so Mr. Spesser, you have an order for child support in this case in the amount of $202 a month. Would you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and the last payment we received was, let's see, a $200 payment back on June 27 of 2024. Does that sound correct?
It does.
All right, and since then you've made no payments, correct?
No, correct.
I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, accurately, and knowingly given. You have full knowledge of your rights. Is there anything you'd like to say on his behalf, Ms. Underwood?
Just briefly, Your Honor, Mr. Spesser is not employed, but has recently been given an opportunity for employment at Burger King, Your Honor. Mr. Spesser is homeless. He doesn't have much, Your Honor. It's a very tough situation for him. You know, so I would suggest that Mr. Spesser, when he does get out of jail, visit the friend of the court for a review of his child support, Your Honor. But I would hope the court would let this go with the minimum jail term concurrent with what he's currently doing, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you want to say in your own behalf, Mr. Spesser?
Just that, yeah, I was going to start a job full-time, $13 an hour at Burger King until I had to this little run-in. And also my son just recently turned 18. He's about to graduate high school. So I mean, this child support, you know, it shouldn't be an ongoing thing. He's a great kid. He works 2 jobs, and he's been asking me for years if there is anything he can do to talk to you yourself to get this child support dropped. And I just laugh and say I wish there was, but it is what it is, and I'm just trying to live up to my obligations.
Okay. Well, once he turns 18, it becomes a rearage only, so that will benefit you. All right. It's
He already
sentencing
turned
for
18.
yeah. Well, graduates from high school or whatever. So, sentence to the court, you'll serve 30 days in Lenawee County Jail. I'll give you credit for any time served. Obviously, we're more interested in receiving child support. So if you pay $1,500, you can be released. Otherwise, you'll serve the full 30 days. All right. Thank you, Mr. Spesser.
And that's going to run concurrent, ma'am?
Yeah, it runs concurrent.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Mr. Spesser.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Underwood, Ms. Sarabia asked for court-appointed counsel. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room with her. So. Do you have her paperwork, Ms. Underwood?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so. The matter of Denzel Stutzman versus Hessa Stutzman, file number 23-50320 DM. Ms. Stutzman, that's been adjourned to July 7, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody here in front of the court show cause? No. What's your name? Come on up to the podium. Oh, in the matter of Abigail Craig versus Michael Madrid, file number 20-47630 DS. It's been adjourned to July 14th. Obviously, you made a payment today and you've been making payments. So if you follow up on Friday before, they'll let you know if it's been adjourned.
Okay.
You can call my office or the clerk's office and get my office, all right?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Madrid. Aaron Court, if you just want to unmute your device and start your audio, please. All right, this is, ma'am, I have someone in a khaki hoodie. What is your name, please? Ma'am, yep, with a hoodie, can you, hi, what's your name?
Tanya Nash, Your Honor.
Okay, just hold on just a moment, Miss Nash. All right, so Mr. Court, this is in the matter of Selena Vargas versus Aaron Court, file number 21-49088DS. So Mr. Court, you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Court, we're here on a front of the court show cause. States here that you're ordered to pay $238 a month in child support. As of today's date, you have an arrearage of $6,782.25. This is at least your 7th show cause for failure to pay child support. We were last here on March 17th of 25. You were ordered to pay $250 a month moving forward and make direct payments at front of the court until income withholding was put in place. You failed to do both in March, April, and so far in May. We do have an income withholding in place. But we're only receiving one payment per month for much less than the ordered amount. So $91 in March and $165 for April. All right, so Mr. Court, you understand that you owe $238 a month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we ordered $250. So if they don't take enough money out to cover that, you know, you got to pay that extra, right?
Yeah, I haven't been getting a lot of hours, but I have been starting to last week, and this week should be a lot more hours.
Okay, and if you don't get a lot of hours, you got to find another job, right?
Okay.
I mean, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and okay. And how many hours are you working this week?
That should be over 30 at least.
Okay, and you get paid weekly?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly?
Yeah.
So you need to be paying, do you understand, at least 125 every paycheck?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get paid this week?
I get paid next Friday. So yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to set this out to June 16th, and I'm going to order that you come in person.
Okay.
And I want to see those payments made by then. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand you have to come in person?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. So I want to see those payments made at least $125 every paycheck. If they don't take enough out, then you got to pay it online or you got to bring it in. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then we'll see you back on June 16 in person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me bring Ms. Sarabia back. All right, Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed with Ms. Sarabia?
Your Honor, Ms. Sarabia has a case that's going to be up in circuit court. It's scheduled for arraignment on the 14th. She's not going to leave the area, Your Honor, but she does think that if she can get this taken care of, she gets a PR bond on that. So what I would ask the court to do is give Miss Sarabia, the child, as I understand it, is at Miss Sarabia's. It is not with the custodial parent or who purports to be. I would ask that Miss Sarabia be given a PR bond and this matter be adjourned for a couple of weeks to see what shakes out in her criminal case and see if she can get to working and get some money in, Your Honor. Having her sitting in jail is doing no good.
All right. And when's her next court date?
Her next court date is May 14th. I see from my.
All right. So, Ms. Rabia, you failed to appear. So you better show up. I'm going to release you on a PR bond on this. And I'm going to set your next court date to June 16. But Ms. Rabia, you failed to appear for me before. Obviously, you can't make a payment because you're not employed. You're sitting at the Lenawee County Jail. So you better show up on the 16th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I will. Most likely.
All right. Thank you. So yep, you're all set. Mr. Wilson, hold on 1 second.
Is that all you have for me, Your Honor?
I don't know. I'm still kind of working my way through my friend of the court show cause docket. Mr. Wilson, you're in 8:30. I'm still doing my friend of the court show causes. So I'm going to pop in the waiting room. All right. Let's see. Michael Lewis. Mr. Lewis, if you want to start your video and audio, please. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. How are you today? Go ahead and unmute your device.
Cold, how are you?
Good, good. This is in the matter of Catherine Rink versus Michael Gerard Lewis, file number 2009-34541 DP. So, Mr. Lewis, we are here today on an ongoing show cause. So, Mr. Lewis, the last payment I received was $38.84 on December 20th of 2024. And my staff is probably a little annoyed at this point because we've been adjourning this for 4 years. So, Mr. Lewis, where are you employed?
The $100 was paid today, this morning. That's when I got paid. Every 2 weeks I'm getting paid for my personal training. So I paid that this morning. Sorry for the delay. I appreciate the patience. I've always been honest with y'all that the bulk of my pay comes at Thanksgiving time and then in September because it's seasonal pay, and that's the majority of it. Just this season is normally when it's a little rough, but I made the payment, and every 2 weeks I'm making a payment, and I put the new credit card account on the website, Expert Pay.
All right, so you made an online payment this morning.
Yep, $100.
Okay. And Ms. Senkowitz, that'll take a little bit to show up, a couple days?
Probably at the end of the week, beginning of next week, usually.
So, Mr. Lewis, you were up now to $9,703, which means the Attorney General will probably have you on their review list because you've reached a level that they can charge you with a felony in the state of Michigan. Do you understand that?
Yes,
which means you won't be able to coach, you won't be able to work in the jobs that you're working at. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
So, did we get a intercept from him at all, Ms. Senkowitz, or is he all, no?
No, Your Honor, his last payment before today was $38.84 right before Christmas.
Okay, so Mr. Lewis, you need to start paying this down. I am going to, Ms. Sinkowitz, is he ordered to pay 151 or we upped it to pay on the arrearages?
No, he's ordered to pay 151. That is his order.
All right, so Mr. Lewis, I'm gonna need you to pay 200 a month to start bringing down your arrearage, and maybe the state won't come back and charge you with a felony, but I have no authority over whether the state charges you with a felony. Do you understand? But they
I
do
got you.
flag front of the court cases once they get over 9,000. Do you understand?
I got you. It'll be more consistent.
All right, so I'm gonna order that you pay 200 a month. So whether that's $50 a week, $100 every 2 weeks, whatever it might be, and I'm gonna set this out to June 16 to monitor that payment. If you don't make those payments, I'm gonna make you come in person. Do you understand, Mr. Lewis?
I got you.
All right, Mr. Lewis, we'll see you back on June 16th. If you make the payments, you don't have to come in or even zoom in, you understand?
Understood.
All right, see you June 16th, Mr. Lewis.
See you this summer.
Have a good day. All right, in the matter of, was that Tanya? Matthew. The matter of Rachel Dusso versus Derek Dusso, that's been adjourned to June 7. In the matter of Linda Willett versus Derek Dusso, that's been adjourned to June 7. In the matter of Margaret Costello versus John Costello, that's been adjourned to June 16. In the matter of, I have somebody on TCL T702W. I'm going to send you a request to start your video. All right. And what is your name again, ma'am? Isn't it?
Tanya Nash.
Tanya Nash. Okay. All right. So in the matter of Justin Nash versus Tanya Nash, file number 20-305, no, 23-50391. Says date and time set for a show cause. Ms. Nash, you're ordered to pay $698 a month. Child support arrearage as of today is $9,417, which you understand the Attorney General's office can flag you for a felony child support case at this point. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and the last payment we received, I don't even know that when's, last payment was $60 back on April 17. So Ms. Nash, are you currently employed?
I am.
Where are you working at?
I work for the Department of Aging, actually through Champs. I have 2 separate clients. I actually received an income withholding thing 2 months ago, which they have not done yet. So if you see in my files, I had been making $100 payments prior to that $60 payment. So I'm trying to keep up with it.
So are they taking money out of your paycheck?
No, they actually gave me a income withholding, but they haven't actually taken it out, and that was 2 months ago.
Did it
So
ever
I've been
occur to
making-
you to actually make the payment?
Yeah, I made $100 payments before this consistently.
In the last month? In the last month?
Yeah, and the month prior.
Does anybody have any record of that?
Your Honor, she paid $150 in February, $200 in March, and $60 in April, and her obligation is $698. So.
Yep. So Ms. Nash, you need to do a couple things. One, you're making payments, so that's good, but you need to have an income review because your child support set really high, and I doubt you're making enough money to make that pay. What?
I'm sorry for interrupting, Your Honor, but that is set up for the 7th. It was actually April 14th, which me and Justin were unaware of, so they did combine them. the income the income review, as well as the case that we need to be seen in front of the referee for the kids. So you
What
can
day
buy
is
them.
that?
That is the 7th.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna set this out to June 16th. Make sure the payments are being made, and good luck is that a front of the court hearing?
Yeah, with Garnell.
Okay, good. All right, so good luck with that, and we'll see you back on June 16th, all right?
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Dana Seifert versus Joshua Bakewell on number 12-37761 UN. Mr. Bakewell was ordered to appear. He has an arrearage of $26,136. This is an interstate case. He's failed to appear. I'm gonna issue a bench warrant for his arrest and set bond in the amount of 10,000 cash. Okay, Caitlin Erdl versus Simon Martinez, file number 13-39072. This is the date and time for a show cause in this case. Mr. Martinez has failed to appear. Mr. Martinez has an arrearage of $3,593. Looks like he paid $1,460 back in February. That was probably a tax intercept. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $1,500 cash. And I think I forgot Derek Dusso versus Jessica Dusso. File number 2006-30500. DM was adjourned to July 7th.
Who is it?
Paul Schneider.
He's in lockup. He's supposed to be downstairs. So he's on lockup.
Do you want to bring him down? Thanks. Hey, Becky.
8528. You can bring Mr. Schneider down to our courtroom, please.
Okay, so I think that takes care of. I have a pickup in Senkowitz on a Paul Schneider.
Yes, ma'am, I've got the paperwork.
Yep, they're bringing them down.
Thank you.
Okay, so other than that, it's most of it from the commercial causes. So, Mr. Stimson, do you have Terry Ratliff with you?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, and I need Christine Ratliff. Oh, she's in the courtroom. Yep, just stand at the podium. You can pull that microphone down. There you go. Thank you. This is in the matter of Terry Lee Ratliff versus Christine Marie Ratliff. File number 21-48957 DM. I have David Stimson appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, and Ms. Ratliff is appearing in pro per. Okay, so this is Ms. Ratliff's objection to a proposed order. So we had a hearing back on April 8th of 25 regarding defendant mother moving out of the marital home and selling it. Plaintiff's counsel submitted a proposed order and defendant mother objects to it. I did review the what was placed on the record along with the order. So Ms. Ratliff, based on what I reviewed, his order does correctly state what was said on the record that day.
So number 5 and 6 was, because we're both owners of the home, and then now it's just like, it's stated like Terry has like control of everything and say so, which puts me out of any say so of the home that I also own, is what I was referring to. I mean, I agree with most of it, but like 5 and 6, and then being in a plaintiff's trust account, which I don't agree to that. It's just.
Plaintiff attorney's trust account.
Yeah, well, he puts in here plaintiff's trust account in number 6.
Okay.
And it wasn't, I mean, I'm okay with the property being in like a title company. but-
So it's fairly standard that they go into an attorney's trust account, and those are overseen by the state of Michigan.
Which that's fine. he got or plaintiff's account.
Okay,
And that's, I don't think is doable.
okay.
I just think a lot of it should have just stayed the way our divorce was. I mean, I think like he said in number 8 or 9, that after I move all that, it just goes the way it's been kind of deal.
Okay. Mr. Stimson?
Without getting into the technical aspects of that objection, Your Honor, you're correct that the order 100% reflects what was placed on the record. The paragraph number 6 specifically, when we reference or plaintiff's trust account or the title company's escrow account, we are inferring and saying our trust account, meaning counsel's trust account. But otherwise, we ordered the transcript, unlike the defendant in this case. I flagged the transcript, and I can go page by line if you want to, but it specifically reflects every one of the terms that are in there.
Okay, so it's not going in Mr. Ratliff's account. All right, it will go into the attorney's trust account, and like I said, those are monitored.
Right.
It'll be safe there.
Okay.
And then, but the rest of the order is in compliance. So I think that clears up probably one of your major concerns.
Right, yeah, because then in number 5, like it says, plaintiff shall direct the sale and all that, like, so before it was always, we both had like say so of what the house sells for, stuff like that, because I mean, obviously we both have an interest in the price of this home. And it's just like, I mean, the way I read it is I don't have say so, whatever he does after you, like, I'm not. It just says I'm gonna sign any agreement, so if I agree or not, is the way I'm taking it.
That is correct, Your Honor. The whole motion that was
Yeah.
brought because of 2 years of non-compliance by the defendant in this particular case, and that was the motion that was sought and granted.
It was. So I'm going to deny your objection, addressing your concerns on the record. I hope that helps. And then I'll enter the order. So Mr. Stimson, I will sign the order. All right. All right. Thank you. Good luck. All right, Mr. Hey, you want to come up here, Mr. Schneider? All right, this is in the matter of Molly Beth Neiman versus Paul David Schneider, file number 16-42744 DP. So Mr. Schneider, we're here on a front of the court show cause that says that you are ordered to pay $75 a month in child support. As of today's date, you have an arrearage of $1,880.83. Looks like we got a payment on May 5 of $200. So is that correct, Ms. Senkowitz?
Yes, Your Honor. He actually came down to make the payment and then was escorted upstairs on the warrant.
Okay. All right. So you're working now?
I am currently waiting a start date. I took a job back in February and I was supposed to be traveling for work. My employer has only worked me 4 days, so I've been looking for something else. In the meantime, I did not quit that job. I'm still available for them until I start this new job.
All right. So Ms. Senkowitz, your parental rights were terminated through the probate court, correct?
Yes.
And when did that happen? I don't remember.
It's been over a year.
Been over a year?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact date.
So Ms. Senkowitz, are you aware if your office received that paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor, we have that paperwork.
Okay, and it's still charging?
No, this is an arrearage only case.
Okay, so it's not currently charging anymore. This is just arrearages.
Yes.
So once it's paid off, you're done.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they're just asking you to pay like $75 a month. The total amount is $1,880. So if you pay that off, you'll be all good. All right.
Okay, if once I get to work, if I have extra money, can I pay ahead on that?
You sure can. All right, I'm gonna dismiss this. And because you came in and made a payment, just keep making payments, all right?
I'm trying.
All right, thank you, Mr. Schneider. You're all set. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
We are all
so,
set now, Your Honor.
yep, we're all set. Thank you, Ms.
All right.
Sikowitz.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.